Hi everyone, welcome to Cache Walks. We're going on a 4-wheel drive up in the mountains.
We're going to Macetown. It's an abandoned gold mining town from the 19th century. And there's gold up there, and there's also a lovely geocache.
Yeah, we're excited. Graham from Nomad Safaris is driving us there in a Land Rover Defender, a great vehicle for the journey. Love its number plate.
So this road is the Macetown Road. This is Bush Creek. So it's the Arrow River that we're going to be coming into, and 16 kilometres to Macetown. But to get to Macetown, it's actually 25 crossings of the Arrow River.
We'll get used to the bumps.
What's going on here?
The local council is training its drivers. Graham has had a word with them, and they're kindly pulling over to let us pass. We're passing under an irrigation pipeline bringing water to local farms. We are leaving the river crossings for a while, climbing higher up into the hills.
Here we are following the miners' old wagon trail to Macetown.
The autumn colours here are amazing.
Graham has stopped here so we can stretch our legs and see a tunnel the gold miners dug way below us here. They were hoping to divert the river through the tunnel so that they could search for gold in a dry section of the riverbed. They got the levels wrong and the scheme failed. Let's take a closer look. There's lots of rosehip about.
They have rosehip oil in them, and rosehip oil is one of the best skin rejuvenators you can get. And now lots of really high-end cosmetics have rosehip oil in them.
Yes.
If you go into a pharmacy or a supermarket and buy rosehip oil, get a little bottle like this, it's probably about $45.
Right, expensive.
So I mean, there's a whole heap of rosehip oil ready to be extracted all around this area.
Now on along the track. I'm getting slightly nervous here as our wheels are very close to what must be at least a 50-metre vertical drop to the river below, 160-foot drop. Graham is an experienced and careful driver, so we keep calm. Whoa, it's a long way down. Graham is taking it slow and careful. The road is open to the public, and last year a vehicle went over the side right here, with one person losing their life. We're now passing the Three Sisters. Not sure what we'd do if a vehicle came the other way.
Oh, it's got really rough, this road. Anyway, so the debate over the maintenance of it, of course this is Mutt Lang's land, so the council is saying, well, we're not maintaining the road because it's on Mutt Lang's property. And he's like, well, I'm not really too worried about maintaining the road because so long as I can get my station manager up there to keep an eye on things occasionally on a quad bike, I don't really care too much about whether anyone else can get up there.
Graham went on to say that the millionaire music producer Robert Mutt Lang generously protected 53,000 hectares, that's 130,000 acres, of his land as conservation land. It's the largest private conservation covenant in New Zealand. Time to stretch our legs again.
The orange one's sandstone, white ones are quartz, and then the green ones are actually green schist, not jade. Oh, I think the weather's going to be alright for our walk.
The road is going through a tail race cut by the gold miners to let water from their sluicings run back into the river.
Macetown was first settled in the early 1860s as a result of the discovery of gold in the Arrow River. At first the rush was for alluvial gold from the river and its flats. Later the miners turned their attention to the hills and several quartz mining operations were established. The area here shows the scars of sluicing. The miners used high pressure jets of water like this one to wash the gold out. Let's have a look in the restored Macetown bakery.
They must have been very short people, so just watch your head on that doorway.
The Department of Conservation, DOC, installed the bars as people were camping inside and lighting fires.
We're going to head up to Richburn. The Arrow River goes out that way. The artist's impression of Macetown and actual photos. So here's the bakery. There's hotels, several hotels, blacksmiths, general store, school.
Quite a community.
Yeah, up to a couple of hundred people living here at one stage. But now the trees that are little in these photos, the trees are big,
Yeah.
buildings are all gone. Doc did a lot of work up here where they trimmed a lot of all this undergrowth back, and you can see like broken down chimney stacks in here. There's a big old pear tree right there.
Now to find the cache. It's a base of a small matagori bush behind a small tussock. And now it's pointing up there.
Lots of prickly matagori bushes here. Some scientists believe that the matagori's spikes, angled branches and small leaves deep inside are to protect it from the grazing of the now extinct moa. It works well as a cache guardian here. Can you see where the geocache is hidden?
Awesome.
Woohoo! Oh, there's no one signed it yet.
Oh no,
It's wet, hey?
just be a new log.
Yeah.
So what, you write the date on there?
Yeah.
And, and our geocaching name.
Oh, your name. So these lines across the hill up here are water races, and you can see gold tailings here. So this has all been gold mine. All this is all gold tailings we're standing on.
We're getting hungry, so let's head to the Land Rover for lunch.
So we've got, oh, you guys have got a cold drink in there, I think. And but if you want a hot drink, we've got green tea, English breakfast tea, coffee or hot chocolate. There's milk and sugar to go with them as well.
Oh, you know, I think I might have hot chocolate. Looks nice.
Okay, what we got now?
Nice sandwich. There's lettuce and grated carrot, chicken, sprouts, avocado. It's got everything in it. Yes,
that's gonna
I'll
be
enjoy
nice.
this. Yum.
What do you think of the cache, Lynn?
Great, actually I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Was it a bit, I'm not so keen on those prickly bushes. Was it
Matagori.
Matagori bushes. But you plough through them, only got a few cuts. But great, it's just beautiful, even if it's raining and it's doesn't
cache,
matter. It's great.
Now to see the remains of the only metal stamping battery left in New Zealand. It was used to crush quartz. The stamper's shoes crush the quartz to release the veins of gold. Let's see a working example. Now on with our adventure. The bumpy exit from one river crossing, then down into another and another. We're well used to the movement inside the cab. It's a fun ride. Graham has kindly dropped us off and has retraced his steps so we could film the Land Rover crossing the river here. The Land Rover has been well maintained. You'd never guess it's done 438,000 kilometres.
That's why it's not good to see them up here. Those hairs are different, they're not so bad. They don't dig holes in the ground. And they only normally have one baby, whereas a rabbit will have 7 or 8 babies and have that many several times a year. And they dig holes. So Doc usually get on top of rabbits up here. If they see rabbits around, they normally deal to them.
Let's stretch our legs again and take a look at the restored schoolteacher's house.
We're going in to see an old miner's hut, still used on occasions, as there's still gold to be found in the Arrow River.
We chimney up here at some stage with its long gold.
Look at this. Wow. Room for 2.
Oh, wow.
Old newspapers and magazine pages line the walls and ceiling.
That's cool.
We'll be stopping soon to go gold panning.
You know, you need to be on the outside curve of the river or the inside curve of the river or whatever.
Yep.
We often don't have that choice. So the thing we're looking for is this black sand,
Ah, yes, yeah.
iron
Okay.
magnetite. There's a bit of it just here. And often we're finding gold just in the top area.
Oh, okay.
If there's any gold in here, it's 7 times heavier than everything else. So by swirling it around with water, the gold sinks to the bottom. So you can be really brutal. So we don't pick any of these stones out initially because there could be gold in that. Because the gold, we're always looking for nuggets. What we're normally finding is very small specks of gold, so they could be in that sandy. So most people are too gentle. You can be quite brutal. So you get the pan in the water, give it a good old shake around like this. Straight away that's washed the dirt off that rock. Try not to get your fingers in amongst all this, because the little specks of gold can pick up the grease off your fingers and then they float. So you want them sinking to the bottom. So just giving it a good, everything needs to be moving. And then dip it in 45-degree angle, pull back quite quickly, the light stuff floats away. Another swirl around. Use the action of the water. After a little while, you've got black sand. There's actually a lot of black sand in there. So this stuff's iron magnetite. It's actually magnetic. If you threw a magnet in there, that stuff would stick to it. So at this point, a little bit more careful. Once again shaking, you can see the dirt comes to the top, float the light stuff off. Because what we want is just black sand and gold. Doesn't matter if a bit of the black sand goes away, you just have to trust the system. And that is that the gold is heavy and it'll be in the bottom. I'm just going to put my glasses on. You'll see a bit better. So you shake it down in the corner and you work it back like this. If there's any gold, it'll appear around the top here. That is a minute little speck of gold right there. But that's not. Oh, there's some here.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So it's just around the top.
Ooh.
It's not a fortune, but there's gold there. So as you shake it back, that stuff stays there. Trust the system.
Oh, we found heaps and heaps of gold.
I'm not sure one tiny flake of gold counts as heaps, but we got excited seeing it in the pan.
We thanked Graham for a great adventure and headed into town to try Macetown pizza. Smoked aubergine, red pepper, olives, garlic and rocket. Yum. Well, that was so much fun in that four-wheel drive.
It sure was.
And we got the geocache.
Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to go geocaching.